Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey. Today I'd like to show you everything that you need to know in Canva to create designs for print-on-demand for free. Canva is a free design tool. There are other tools as well, like Placeit and Vexels, for example, but Canva is the only one which is entirely free. Yes, they do have a premium or pro account which you can subscribe to, and then you have access to other features and additional images. But the basic version you can use, and they also offer free images that you can use as long as you embed them into a new design. If you add some text, maybe change the colors, and maybe add a background, then it's fine to use them as well. Canva can be used for print on demand to create all sorts of designs. You can change the text fonts, you can change the text colors, you can add curved text, for example. And today I'd like to take you through all of those things just for you. If you're just starting, for example, in print on demand, or maybe if you're using a different tool, then it might be for you. So just for you, if you're just starting out, really. And if you're using print, if you want to create something for print on demand, like a design, and you don't have any good design skills, or you're not a designer. I mean, I'm not a designer. Then this tool is good for you because it is very user friendly. It's very straightforward. It's self-explanatory, really. But sometimes if people don't get a tutorial, they don't want to try it. So today I'd like to give my best to just give you a broad understanding of what Canva is, what it does, and what it can do. So the first step when you go to Canva, if you haven't registered yet, you obviously need to register. It makes sense for you if you register just for the free account, maybe to start with, and then you can always upgrade if you want to. The pro images that they have, yes, they are a bit better than the free graphics, but they also have tons of free graphics and images that you can use, and they are of good quality as well. So they are usable, they are useful, and that's what I recommend. So just start with a free account, and when you've done that, then you can create a design. Okay, and then you go to the main Canva website, to the main homepage, which is canva.com. And here you can click on create a design. And I always suggest you go with 4,500 by 5,400 because this is useful if you sell on Amazon Merch, because Amazon Merch is pretty much the only website which defines a certain size for a design. So if you're already on Amazon Merch, or maybe think about registering with Amazon Merch, it makes sense to base your size of the image on Amazon Merch, and then all the other websites you can still upload to. Maybe not all products on all the other websites, but most of them. So you do that, and then you go create a new design, and then it takes you to the Canva creator, basically. So what you can then do, if you click on the main page here, you can add or change the background color. Now, I normally just use black, and the reason for that is that when you download it later, you can download the transparent image. And if you download the transparent image, it will completely disregard the background color. But I still use dark or black because I want to get a good understanding of what it looks like on a dark shirt or dark background. Because most people buy designs or t-shirts which are black color. So it makes sense oftentimes to create your designs for a dark background. So this is always the first thing that I do. What you can then do, you go to elements, and it depends on what niche you would like to go into. Obviously, Canva is not a research tool, but you need to have a broad understanding of what niche you go into before you actually start, because then you can, under elements, you can search for the images. So let's just assume we do something for the chess niche, and we do a very simple chess design. So you can search for chess, and then you can have a look here. And they do have tons and tons of different images. They do have, this one is a pro image, for example. So when you hover over a certain image, you can get an understanding of if it is free or if it is a pro image. Yeah. And as I said, you can register with them. It's not an expensive subscription, but the good ones, the decent ones, oftentimes they are the pro ones. This one, for example, is a free one. So I just pull that in because it looks right. But also this one, for example, is free. Maybe just go with that. We'll have a little look. We'll see what else is out there. But to be honest, I just want to show you the basics, how it works. So I don't want to really make it a very complicated tutorial here. I don't want to create or waste a lot of time looking now for designs or graphics. So you can do that yourself when you're actually creating an image. But hey, maybe let's just see how that looks like. You can't, unfortunately. All right. So this obviously is a design which shows a just chessboard. And what you need to know on some, and it's a free image anyway. So on some of the images, what you need to know, you can change the color. On this one, unfortunately, you can't. So maybe just to show you how it works, maybe I'll just have a little look for something else. So you could look for controller, for example. So yeah, so I know some of these gaming controllers here, you can change the color. So if you have an image like the controller here, you can change the color by selecting it, and then you can change the color in this top left corner here. And on some images, you have different colors that you can change, but this is just one color here. But then there are some other images, maybe like that one here. Yes, exactly. So here on this one, you can change also the color of the buttons, for example, and the color of the main controller. So this is useful in case you just want to make sure that all the colors in your design match to each other. Okay, right. Okay, well, let's continue with this design. So I just created a basic design with you that you might want to be able to create as well if you want to use Canva, because as I said, it's completely free. So you just basically, what I do, I normally use a background image. So a background could just be a circle. Sometimes also what sells really well is the those sort of vintage backgrounds. See if they actually have some here, or sunset. Yeah, those sunsets here, for example, they normally sell really well. And you need to have a look if they have any free ones, actually. Most of them, I guess, are pro. But you can download them from anywhere. I mean, there are tons of free websites as well where you can download those. And then you can just upload them into Canva. But so I normally do just use a background like that. For example, it could be something like that. And then I put something, an image in front of that. But in this case, this one already has sort of a background, this purple circle. And then you have the chessboard and the chess figure here, right? So I think that is all we need. And then you can add a text by clicking on text here. And you already have some text and shapes and suggestions here, which already are pre-designed texts, which is pretty cool. But normally what I do, if I don't like any of these, obviously you can have a look around. Like this one, for example, would work quite well for gaming. And again, some of these are just pro fonts and pro designs. So what I normally do, I just click on add a heading here, and then I will pull this up. As you can see, it's all very simple in Canva. It's just drag and drop. And then first of all, I normally change the color, first of all to white. And then I select the font. I mean, a font that normally works pretty well is this one here. I don't even know how you actually pronounce it, Glyca or Glica. I don't know, to be honest. But that one looks normally pretty good on most designs, but there are tons here anyway. And then you can change the color of the text. So you need to think, do you want to change it to something that matches the chessboard, or something more in the range of a purple one, like the background here, or even like the chess player. So normally I select the text color which matches any sort of one of the elements of the graphic. So I think this might look okay. And then normally when I have a circle like that, I would go to effects here. So click on the text, go to effects, and then very simply, you can just select curve, and you can adjust the curve here. And then you get a text which sort of sits very well around the circle. or the sunset or whatever you have, the background image, and then you can make it a bit larger. And just bear in mind, when you make it a bit larger, you need to adjust the curve, the degree again, and you can do that again here. Right, and it will fit and make it maybe a bit larger, even a bit more. Yeah, but obviously you need to, so we need to decide what we want to call it actually, what will the text actually say. So we could say something like, it could be just a girl who loves chess, maybe. And we see if this fits around it. Actually, I made it a bit too large now, so we'll make it a bit smaller again. And again, this is a text that you can just scale. So you could scale it to, just a dad, just a grandpa, just whatever, just someone who loves chess. To be honest, when I look at that, I don't really like the text color. So I'll have another look. I'll see if maybe blue works a bit better. But then, to be honest, it doesn't work very well with girl. But, it's just to show you how you can do it. And I would normally now go back, maybe try to find a different design. Or maybe we just say just a guy. That could work. Just a guy who loves. And then copy the text. Yeah, just by selecting it, and then Control C, and then I call it chess, and then I normally put it underneath, but you don't want it curved anymore, so you could curve it, maybe even the other way around. Yeah, so that might be one possibility. Obviously make it a bit larger again. Another cool thing with this font is actually that they have, if you only have one word down here, they have an expanded version. So that looks sometimes quite cool if you make it a bit wider. So this is how it could work, but I think it would look better if you have it without the curved effect, like that. But obviously you can do one like this and one like that. Because Redbubble, you can upload unlimited designs, so you can make some small alterations. You can even, if you want it a bit more compact, you can pull this up a little bit, the text. And again, the text is just drag and drop. And one thing that you need to know, and this is you could just leave it like that, and that might actually sell. Obviously, it's quite a broad niche, so you might want to look at something which is more in a sub niche or something. However, this is all just to show you how Canva works. So what else can you do with the text? So you could add some other effects. You could add this one here, or echo, what they call. But to be honest, all of these, Hollow might work. Hollow works quite well. But everything else, like a shadow here, or what they call lift, or even the neon effect here, this doesn't look very good when you... the neon effect looks quite cool, but it doesn't look very good when you get it printed on a shirt. I did that before, and I ordered one of my own shirts with a neon effect, but they recommend you don't do that because the neon effect, if it's sort of semi-transparent, it doesn't look good printed, right? So bear that in mind. So sometimes I use the hollow effect here for the text, and you can do that, but normally I just use no effect for this one down here. And the thing is, if you already have a curved effect, unfortunately you cannot have curved and hollow. You know what it does then? It just goes back to the, it does not select the curved effect anymore, yeah? So it is then just straight text with the hollow effect. So it doesn't work combined, unfortunately, even not in the Pro version. So I'd rather have the curved effect here. And this is pretty much it. You can add some more chess figures here in the corners if you wanted to. And then you could, you can download that now. Download it. What you need to do when you download it, you click transparent background and download it. And then you have it on your laptop or on your PC, on your hard drive, without a background. And you can just upload it as it is to Redbubble. So it's very simple. Now, some other cool things that you can actually do with Canva is, now, as I already mentioned, that you can change the color of the images and the graphics. Sometimes they call it magic recommendations, depending on what you typed in here. and then you go to see all, and they normally are quite cool suggestions that work pretty well with the keywords that you put in here. So that's just something to consider. They have photos as well, which I normally don't use. You can obviously also create videos and everything, but I normally don't do that. I normally only use text here. And again, you have the different pre-made graphics here or text here, which are already formatted, or you just add a heading. On the elements, yeah, I already showed you what you can do. But if you just go back and just select elements without looking for anything, you get some shapes here, which are all free. You get some picture frames here, which are free as well. You already get some, they call it stickers here, charts, which I normally wouldn't use. And then a very cool thing is the grids. Yeah, so if you want to create something like a chessboard, for example, you could just add this grid pattern to your design. And I'm going to show you that in a second, as soon as it's loaded them all. So you scroll down all the way down, and then you get, you click on it, and it adds this grid pattern here. Now, this is just a different way to do a design. What you can do then, you go back to elements, or here, I already did some before in another video, and just you can drag different images into those grid patterns, and then you can select a different type or different style of designs, which also can look quite cool. So this is just one more thing that I think that these grids, they are quite cool actually. I only started using them, not so long ago, but you can actually create some cool designs, even with some shapes like that here. You can create some really good designs if you're a bit creative. So this is something that I haven't seen anywhere else. Like I don't think Placeit or Vexels offer that. So this is pretty cool. They also offer gradients. And they're also free. So this is quite cool. You get some gradient shapes here, various ones, and you can, make them large and small and everything. And then you can also change the colors up here. Yeah. So if I select orange here, I can change it to another color. And then it changes the gradient. And this whole software is, I think, made to, just keep it simple. Just keep it simple and make designing, for everybody, really, because, the disadvantage if you just use PowerPoint is you don't really have any images. And I to be honest, I think this is even a bit easier than PowerPoint. Obviously, you always need a bit of time to get used to it, but it is actually pretty cool. Now, the last thing I want to show you is if you download your graphics or images from another website, like Pexels or Pixabay or wherever, there are tons of different websites, then you can download them from that website and you can get them uploaded here into Canva, and they will stay on here for a while until I think you've exceeded the maximum of different graphics and images you have here in your upload section. So then what you can then do is just click upload here and you upload it and it will show up here, and then you click on it and it will just be pulled over into your design. So this is something else which is pretty cool. I don't really use any of the other functionalities here. I've shown you really everything that you can do. I mean, even if you have a design like that, graphic like that, or some other things that you can do is you click on effects and you can change the graphic a little bit with those effects here. But I don't normally do that. But it's you can sort of get a pixel effect here. But to be honest, I don't really know who would want that. In some instances, it might work, but it might work if you download something from a free website like Pexels or Pixabay, and you just want to slightly change it or add a filter to it or something. So you could do that. But yeah, that's pretty much what Canva is, and that's pretty much what I use it for. I think Canva, they've got tons of other things. You can create banners with it for your YouTube channel or for your website and all sorts of other things. But at the moment, I just use it for print on demand. And the way I showed you is how I create my designs for Spreadshirt and Redbubble and also merch by Amazon. There's other ways. I've got other templates. I sometimes create different styles of designs, but this is just one way I do it. But these types of designs, they sell. They sell particularly well on Spreadshirt for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. And it is very simple. Yeah. So this is all really I wanted to show you today. I hope you liked the video. I hope it was useful. And if you liked it, then please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on my print on demand journey, then please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.